And we're back. Where were we?
The Grand
Dogovorimo.
Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Okay,
How
nice.
may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I doubt. Uh, Стоп, защо нищо? Отиваме да си вземем стаята, нали? Така беше.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much for any amenity you might find elsewhere.
I don't
Should
deserve
act as
nothing
better
less.
headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat. Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans. Even started an association of like-minded individuals. I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode. Sorry, friend, but I guess you don't get it. Helen was special, had a certain quality about her, like she would really go out and fight injustice. You look at Woolrich, and no disrespect to the man, but you just don't get the same feeling. He reminds me more of a vacuum suit without nobody in it. Don't tell him I said that. Now, what can I lend a hand with? Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you? Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at 35 times. That is, I've been near people who were shot at 35 times. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know? It's one thing to tightrope walk between life and death every day, but for just a handful of bits? Nah. When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move from sublight to slug. I ain't ever looked back. Well, slug is something like an offshoot of sublight. It ain't too difficult to pivot from one part of the same company to another. Disconnects or no. That said, my departure may have been somewhat hasty. I mean, yes, but I still earned sublight a hell of a lot of bits. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it turns out, it belonged to a wealthy Byzantine who used it only to vacation. As it so happened, I still don't think she tried to use it, too satisfied with the luxuries of Byzantium. Still, I figured it was a good time to turn tail, in case that ever changed. Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys and backstabbing. Slug can be trusted not to salvage your ship when you turn your head.
Изобщо не следя тази история, ама...
Please do.
How it came
Sure, I'd taken to checking the ballroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells. What? No! Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day. Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling? Sure. course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing? No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her. That's the one where if the inspector breaches confidentiality, the inspectee feeds them to a horde of hungry sprats, right? I can talk then. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on. Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market. Or as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more. Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Goodbye. Let's save now. And try to kill him. In the head. Sneak.
Hey, take it easy with that thing.
Queimar rápido.
No, please.
I won't die in a day. Careful, you're hurt.
Добре, тук много силни бе, аз демиджа ми изобщо не е.
How awful.
Timeline discrepancy detected near.
Something. It isn't personal, Inspector. I'm just on duty right now. Talk to me later, after you've met with Administrator Ludovico. I'll make time to chat. Are you asking me these questions in an official capacity? I appreciate the gesture, Inspector, but I'm on duty. If you'd like to speak informally, you may visit my office during my scheduled socializing hours. Please, ask your questions. Spencer Woolrich and Bertie Holcomb are officially persons of interest in this investigation. I've mostly ruled out Mr. Woolrich, leaving Bertie Holcomb as my lead suspect. Let me rephrase that. He's your lead suspect. I've been instructed to turn this case over to your capable hands, while I continue to serve as a consultant. I know. This entire affair is beginning to sound suspiciously like a two-bit serial. Mr. Woolrich was Halcyon Helen's professional rival. It's possible jealousy drove him to take Helen out of the picture. I apologize for the wordplay. Conversely, Mr. Bertie Holcomb was Helen's paramour. The relationship was reportedly dissolved. I can't rule out her murder as a crime of passion. Mr. Holcomb was in a romantic relationship with Helen. This alone is not enough to make him a lead suspect, but he does play tossball. Black Hole Birdie currently holds the record for most non-consecutive blows to the head. His tendency toward irrational and violent behavior is well documented.
Тирамису. Вкусничко. Чак така, бе. А. Да? Дали има някаква клечка за зъби? Тук е една. От една.
Woolrich thinks of himself as a serious and distinguished actor. He was frequently cast in demeaning roles, while Helen played the charismatic heroine. He has reason to be envious. I considered the possibility that Woolrich killed Helen in order to eliminate a rival and advance his own career, but my reasoning collapsed under closer scrutiny. Woolrich owes his career to Helen's dramas. Her death likely harms his long-term prospects. I'm struggling to determine a motivation for him, so I've largely ruled him out. Please, ask your questions. Norval, head bellhop. He was understandably distraught.
I saw him
Hotel
already.
security corroborates his whereabouts during the murder. I haven't included him in my list of suspects, but neither am I convinced of his innocence. I'm a little suspicious of anyone who enjoys his job as much as Norval. He's also obsessive in his appreciation of Helen's work. Obsessive passion can lead to irrational behavior. It's a fact of modern science. If there were any witnesses, none came forward. Ballroom cameras were also offline at the time of the murder. Helen was very particular about having cameras on her. Security footage would have constituted documentary filmmaking. Can't afford that. There's no sign of the murder weapon. Whatever it was that killed Helen, the killer took it with them. Frankly, I'm Helen was known to carry her signature weapon, a bespoke handgun known as the Needler. There was no sign of any such weapon on her body. Anything else?
Оф, ти си един инспектор, ма. Как ще го намерим този случай? Как ще го разрешим? Не знам. Той е някакво сериозно DLC това. Не е някакво само ала-бала. Имаше едно DLC за една игра, коя беше. Нищо. Нищо нямаше. Някакви... Да. Беше цяла мисия, ама чак такава. С нова планета, нови герои. Въпреки, че героите не се различават, кой знае колко на вид. Са кой знае колко различни. Особено жените са изкъса коса. Малко като на обратни място. Малко на обратни място. Окей, банда. Дай да видим какво ще правим сега. Ти?
You know, of all the places, this whole complex, I mean, they've got gainful employment, a wilderness reserve for fun, an enormous roof over people's heads. Maybe after the dust settles, they could shore up some holes and be an example to the rest of the colony. Here's hoping.
Doctor.
Ah, Inspector. I was just contemplating human anatomy. Isn't it strange that we're all skeletons carrying around several layers of meat?
Yes. Имаме някакви мисийки. Main quest. Track down the prophet. Дай да го търсим това сега. Това няма ми трябва. Да излязахме, бе. Не видим какво е това първо. Има ли нещо в дивата природа? Добре. Задвижвано от двигателя скала, за да седи във въздуха. Добре. Автомеханика от 10.
Why the hell have to go and die in our hotel? We don't need that kind of notoriety.
Yeah. Там какво ли има? Да видим.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Aftertaste.
I hope the murderer is caught soon. This lockdown is truly hampering my schedule for the week.
Agreed. I was supposed to go back to Byzantium today to play cards with the vice CEO of Hammersmith. And what about you?
Oh, I was too. But it wasn't the vice CEO, it was the president of the company.
Really? What's her name?
If you don't know, then maybe you should try to be a little more cultured.
Error. This SAM unit is not equipped with the Performance Pack Ball Boy Protocols. To purchase the Performance Pack Ball Boy Protocols, consult the parts manual under Section 2G-4518.
Oof, is that woolly cow shit? Did a woolly cow drown in here?
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. What can I do for you? Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this one, which is good, because a lot of folks seem upset by it. Sorry, Inspector, but our hands are a little tied at present. Our normal cleaner's off-site, and what with the murder and all, there's no telling when we'll be able to go get him. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping. All right. You may want to visit the sun parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Boss, she probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else? Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out. Yep, still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got triple tail for brains, but that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Who? Irion. Irion. What's here?
Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the Purpleberry Orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Okay, on this side we have this. Let's see the other side, what we have.
We're the future of sublight. Just you wait and see.
Until the wilderness discovered. What do you mean? Ah, more. And Така, нямам дрехи за...
One method of sanitation is inadequate for the job. Searching for another may prove more suitable.
Нарисувах това с локпика. Тя пък 65. Чакай малко се. Мап. Айде да се променя статусите. Само че къде беше? Май. Да. Бит. Окей. Сега. Диалог. Да. Так. И краче спит. Но, това ще видим поне до тук. Какво ми трябваше? Science Corrosion. Damage. Да. Ще дигна. Както и inventory. Така. И тези също да стигна поне до 60. Айде го. Май ще взема парвати с мен. Направим едно сейвче. Да е по-интересно, това не ми трябва. Парвати, това. И хери. Ньока, не. Ели ще взема. Така. Оле! Чакай, аз пърки тях ли е? Не, защо и пърк се? Друго, какво имахме тук? Dance Weapon. Companion Creature. Damage per blow. Да. speed, weapon armor, companion, crit chance. Или беше 100 кг capacity. Не. Едно е долу. Добре. Movement penalty to accuracy. Stance weapon damage. Movement speed. Bonus to extra. Headshot with spot damage. Vendor buying price. Quiet weapon damage. All skills. Dialogue skills. Health restore per kill. Interactable highlight range. Добре. Това. Science weapon damage. Range weapons wave. Critical hit armor rating bonus skill. Bonus. Добре. Добре. Movement speed during less percentage damage. Improve high weapons. Damage per subsequent skill. Melee damage ranger. Всъщност аз имам 5, бе. Чакай, колко ги смятам толкова? Headshot. Range attack increase. И още едно. Добре. Ма и на тия ли? Точките сега са такова ли? Не.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Beep, beep, beep. Да. Значи трябва да мина през хотела, за да изляза от другата страна. Къде съм, бе?
Hope you've been enjoying your stay. I hope you catch the killers soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial shut down.
Okay. Where am I? Аха. Това кое е? Тук бяхме. Всъщност. Май. Не, на друго. Тук ли има тия буби? Ей. Тейник дек.
This is how top rungers like to enjoy nature. From far away and with a stiff drink. I get it.
Те избяга това.
I hope you catch the killer soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial shut down.
It really is stunning. I told you, didn't I? The view's fit to stop one's heart.
Really? Considering the circumstances, that's the euphemism you decide to use?
Bulb cleaner. Blue water cooling. 422 plus 4 in salt plus hydro. Генерите тифума. 4-2-2. Water coloring. Unknown compound. Какво ли направихме? Те ще видим. Мале. Чакай сега. Те ми изрезаха след меня по израза straight forward. Then using console to create a Corinozol. Red. Critical fit. Значи 5. Orange. Water coloring 4. И какво беше другото? И 1. 1, 4, 5. Значи 1, 4, 5. То няма 5 тук. Има 5. Full cleaner. Така. Той сме. Той сме с full cleaner. Чай да отключим тази порта. Да видим какво има вътре. Има ли някакво?
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Кое е това? Някакви буквуци. Avon. Remember cards tonight. If you don't show us, perhaps you don't lose in the activity. I'm kidding, but don't forget. I need help knocking B down. Iron for 3. She's had me writing field report. Whatever. Yeah. Добре изглежда. Пак е малко. Чакай.
Nice and easy.
Бягай, ма. Така. Я да видим сега това знае. 2 моя. Где дай? Ами, сигурно стояше е ползване. Айде. Имаше ли тук някъде... Имаше ли... Тия защо са ми затворени? Оле, трябва да разреша случая ли то? Имаше ли тук някъде... Workbench. Sound power wall. Не видях. Ама не може да няма. Някъде видях, ама къде беше?
Hi again. It's like I just saw you. Pool's still closed, unfortunately. All sounds right by me. It'll be nice to actually have guests to guard. Sinuses that work.
Yes.
I don't, you know, I might be able to work something out for you. Key to a certain slug storeroom and free reign. Just don't tell nobody.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector? I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it. That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it.
Of course.
Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Thank you, Halston. You've been grand.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to? If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Sublight Underground takes care of its own.
Операвната ми оправа.
Great work.
Nice and easy.
Credit. Free business.
You gotta teach me that.
Okay, I will teach you. One day.
How'd you do that so fast?
I have no idea. Just muscle memory. Пълним с бокуци яко така. Охо. Ама ние не ги крадем даже. Явно са за всички. Банята. Хубава баня. С хубави картинки. Така, значи тръгнахме надясно. Това къде е? Води. You're talented. A joy. Yeah. Пътен не звъня, бе. Вера Вероника. Така, я да видим месенджера само. Така. Добре. From Spencer Woolrich. There seems to have been some kind of mistake. When I first arrived at Colonial for this, I was led to a small sitting room. The kind that an individual might be allowed to relax in, with moderate comfort, before being led to his actual quarters. It has been a week and a half yet. No one has arrived to deliver me to the actual room yet. If I don't know better, I might assume that this was meant to be my actual room. No, if I didn't know better, I might assume that you tried to play Spencer Woolrich, star 100 serials, the hero of Aetherwave, така. how the Grand Control staff understand your consternation being placed on the deep case. Что за Урик? Ох.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology. Oh, now that can't be in the script, is it? Now, whew, is it warm in here? I must send for a mechanical to look at the thermostat. Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you, and how did you get in here? And yet you found your way to my humble hotel room. Why do I feel there's more of a reason for you to be here than you let on? I think I know, you cheeky little sprat. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard. I'd be delighted. Oh, damn. My pen's out of ink. I'll just get you a portrait of my face as a souvenir. I'm sure I have the prints around here somewhere. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Oh! Hello. Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane, the absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer. Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end? Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer. Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of. I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character. All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much. Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating. Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should. Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids. Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me. I suppose that... I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer Woolrich on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels. You think? I mean, yes, of course. You have, obviously. That can't be. You must just not remember. Or perhaps you only recognize my characters, not my name. Did you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? The Busker of Byzantium? What about episodes 13 and 190 of Princess of Hephaestus? And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that movie. Even if I was starring beside a 2-ton bucket of bolts and a woman with no talent. What can I say? I've led a charmed life. Though, of course, the majority of the charm has originated from me.
Да си прострем прането. Така. Построяхме прането. Говорихме. Ядем кренвирш. Кренвиршче. С биричка. Save game. И да видим какво има тук. Automechanical. За какво са ми тия части? Их, колко шапки. А те са на робота. За тук може да се облечем нещо по-стилно. Моето какво ми дава? Стелт и много други неща. А очилата какво дават? Engineering 15, Perception. Това е шапка. Добре, няма да се облечеме.
Breathtaking. Have you looked over the edge of the complex yet? Just watch the clouds turning? It's like an ocean without end. Eridanos and Olympus are the two biggest planets in Halcyon. King and Queen of the Sky. Looking out to the horizon, I get this feeling that we're in the company of royalty. Eridanos is 100 times the mass of Terra 2, 800 times the volume, 10 times the diameter. We're flying through the tiniest layer of habitable atmosphere. Sometimes I can't believe how small my world used to be. My horizons were about as wide as the walls of Edgewater. Yeah. We've come a long way.
Sure thing, Parvati. I think I love you. I might be in love with you. I think I love you.
Yeah? I mean, what do you need? Captain? Mr. Sir?
Я да видим другата какво ще каже.
Does being on the case give us temporary immunity? Think they'll let us confiscate a few stray bits?
Добре. И двете нищо нямаха да кажат, само Парвати беше много ентусиазирана. Сейвче.
Initiating banter protocol. Now simulating familiar and welcoming demeanor. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all board-approved actors. Greetings, fellow star. Your performance in Maverick John... Burbage 3001 is impressed by your performance. My goodness, banter protocol exhausted. Reverting to default behavior.
Добре. Тук общо взето нищо. Това. Това ли е?
Top rungers are into some weird shit.
Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room. Woolly cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum. An accurate observation, Inspector. This woolly cow is suffering from symptoms consistent with a hangover. A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Club. Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. -1.
Nobody mind that. Ah! Oh! Holy cow! Сега какво има тук? Да дадем стиите и да дадем не ми трябва. Grenade launcher. Така, гледай какво става. Топ 16 по 5. Направо се напълних с дрехи. О, не. Няма да го чета това. Майко. Кой ще го вземе това, а? Кой го иска? 407. Или на първати да го дам. О, милата. Я това вземи. Това колко майко. Я вземи това. Така. Така. Я да го развали. Я и това да го развали. Или какво ти е оръжието? 407. Сменяме го. Чакай малко, Нали го дадахме на първати? Не. Ти ще имаш по-силно. Този българц. Така, окрадахме я. Чампион този боя. Добре. Първати. Ти имаш хубаво. Айде, палци.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Peste 40, peste 40. Preparvati, to je. Drugo, няма. Крадахме. Каквото имаше. Украда. Нещо засече ли, бе? Я вижте.
The charred fragments of a letter lies at the bottom of this wastebasket. Unfortunately, most of the writing is beyond recovery. The words station, meeting point, and emergency are all that can be discerned.
Station, meeting point, emergency. You think it's talking about the atmospheric station? Or maybe the pilot house? Could be anywhere.
Someone burned this letter shortly after Halcyon Helen's death.
They can't keep us out.
Значи трябва да говорим с другия индивид. Където е този. Трябва да го тарашим малко. Какво имаш ти, бе?
Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. Pleased to meet you. What can I do for you? We sort of borrowed her from the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve while we were drunk. I have no idea how we managed to sneak her in here without being spotted. Don't worry, we'll return her safe and hungover still sound, right? Since it's the off-season, we're helping support the launch of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Meet the fans, sign tossball cards, that sort of thing. Just between you and me, Rizzo's ought to cancel the whole event out of respect for Miss Helen. Oh, you must be that inspector people have been talking about. It's a damn shame about Miss Helen. She was always real good to me and the rest of the Rangers. Birdie's taking it pretty hard. Miss Helen was the love of his life. So, what did you want to know? I'm ashamed to admit it, but me and a couple of the other Rangers spent the night in Constable Keen's cells down at the spaceport. We didn't do anything serious, just a bit of pranks and vandalism. It's what usually happens when we all get to drinking. Guess Constable Keen saw things a bit differently and had us hauled off. No, we lost him somewhere along the way. Or maybe he managed to get away? I can't rightly remember. But he was definitely not sharing a cell with us. That much I know.
Minka. А?
Викам, брат, че
Минка.
напага за...
Не съм спал. Нищо.
Защото нито пишеш, нито нищо на телосложности няма да можеш.
Ти Мария тук цъкам малко на играта.
И дремуткаш.
Прах. О, дърмуца.
Той ви ти още... Той... Ракичок.
С нощи на ракийка, да.
Oh, Brady was mad about
Наистина
Helen.
близо ви кажи,
He was
Елю.
certifiable. The big galoot loved
Още
Helen about as
малко.
much as he loved the game. Trouble is, Bertie
Идеално.
was not blessed with an abundance of
Какво ви се
temper.
прави до вечер?
Helen kept Bertie steady. If he lost his temper around her, it'd be because something broke between the two of them.
Изморене. Не, че изморена ми е... Той с нощи баяцки.
И какво нищо няма правим ли?
Чакай да ти го дам. Чакай. Ау.
Какво става, жел си?
Нищо. Пъти се очи. Може да те нова кута. Много и направо да свари.
И една ракия ще се оправиш.
Дале.
О.
Ти не била.
Да. И какво нищо ли не се прави?
Не знам бе, че видим бе, чай да се прибера.
Ще трябва ме вика, че не щети. Ще трябва ме вика, че не щети.
Не знам. Я е видял майка. Не видим бе. Какво твой вечер?
Хубаво. Аз вкъщи, не. Лежа тук, играя на PlayStation.
Не, го да кажеш. Това ще ударите ли му?
Почувам си. Ударихме му, да.
Я съм му ударил май. Може менташки да е бил.
И то даже, защото и не ядах. Само една салата и още повече малко.
Наблягаш на пиени.
Ага. Не ми хареса нищо, бе.
Не бяхте ходили на езера?
Не.
Нали нещо много или?
Не, бяха.
Бяха. Ама някой много меню нещо. Ето интересно.
Не, нищо не са променили. Същото си е.
Някакво нищо това.
Няма. Няма, и аз търсих нещо да видя интересно, ама старите работи, майка поръча ще чета. И аз като кусах едното, като ми докара на мърша човек направо. Един такъв дъх ми оставя в устата.
То това ми било нещо.
И направо ми се отяде и нищо не ядах.
Види, той не купи си сяда. Сядах, бях и потъна. Това не е ядене.
Няма много, някои фастъци май имаше само.
Май, и фастъци не поръчахме.
Ядки имаше.
Имаше, ама не ще поръчат. Ще го измисля, бе, чай да се прибера.
Хубаво е. Хайде, измислете го. Хайде, виж колко дълъг път.
Да, бе, друг път спада.
Горищо, да.
Да работи направо това съптицка.
Смятай.
Или от толкова е била.
Може, той навънка топло.
Толкова между другото.
Аз, както съм тъй с дрехите, ходих на тия маркета, даже без електро.
Да, много толкова между другото. Ма то пече малко по-хладничко.
По-хладно ще е малко, ама пак е топло.
Добре.
Вечер хладно.
Как ще видим? Минахме гради.
Вие сте тука. Айде го правите са там, починете. Да видим какво ще.
Добре.
Айде.
No, we lost him somewhere along the way. Or maybe he managed to get away? I can't rightly remember. But he was definitely not sharing a cell with us. That much I know. What? Law, no. Bertie's got a fierce temper, but there's no way he'd ever have laid a finger on Miss Helen. Miss Helen was outspoken. She made her share of enemies on account of her expressing herself. Just between you and me, I heard rumors the Prophet never much cared for Helen's brand of blunt honesty. What can... Except for the... I spent the last season injured.
Okay, nothing interesting. Малко почивка. Jerking pause.